Hi, everybody. Jose Gomez from Nonprofit Websites. I wanted to take a few moments to discuss what we call the Nonprofit Unifying Framework. This is a framework that allows you to take a 100,000-foot view of your organization or your prospective organization and create a very unified view, a very easy to understand, easy to iterate view of what exactly it is you do and what you're about. There are three components to this Nonprofit Unifying Framework. The first is problem. What is the important problem or issue you are solving or addressing? This is a very important point because without a problem, without issues, your nonprofit has no real purpose. There's no real validation for it. And so you want to figure out what exactly is that problem or series of issues that you're trying to address. They might seem obvious to you, but you want to write them down. You want to make it plain, make it known. The second point is prescription. How is your nonprofit solving or impacting these problems or issues? What's your recipe? What's your prescription? What do you think needs to be done about those issues and those problems in order to solve them or address them in some sort of meaningful way? This is very important because it's going to lead us to participation. But first, let me talk a little bit about prescription. A lot of times when we start nonprofits, we get carried away in one direction. We might think, well, there's one thing that we're going to do. This is the thing that we do. Or maybe we create a menu of a million different things to do, but none of them truly has a measurable way to solve or address the problems, the actual problems that we're trying to solve. Many times we don't even know what those problems are. We haven't really defined them, so that's the issue. But in some cases we have, and we haven't honed in the prescription. You should take your time to really create a convincing argument for yourself and to others of why your prescription is exactly what's needed. It's kind of like if there's a disease, you're looking to a doctor to give you the exact course of action to get rid of that disease, to address that disease, to mitigate symptoms, to mitigate the things that could harm you because of the disease. And so you want to be that doctor. You want to look at the problems that you're addressing, the things that you're passionate about countering, about solving, and you want to create a prescription that's very convincing. You can argue in the court of public opinion, in the court of donor financing, in the court of, at the end of the day, in the court of reality. Are you actually causing an impact? The third item is participation. How can others support, be a part of, or help pay for that prescription? This is going to be important because if you've done your job at creating a compelling argument, people are going to want to attach themselves to what you're doing, and you want to give them the clear way to do that. So participation becomes super important. How can others support you? How can others be a part of what you're doing? How can they get their hands dirty? And how can they help pay for what your prescription to that problem is? If they give, what does that go towards, and how much of an impact does it make? If they come and volunteer, what kinds of things can they do, and how can they use their talents in order to help you to affect that prescription onto the problem or a series of issues? So I hope that this is impactful for you. I hope that it's something that is easy to process. It is a great way if you're just starting out or you're looking to kind of revamp your organization, redefine your organization. Looking at things through the Nonprofit Unifying Framework is going to really help you. Our company uses the Nonprofit Unifying Framework inherently in everything that we do. We've worked with over 60,000 nonprofits around the world for over 2 decades, and we found that tried and true always helps to pull together the elements of a nonprofit organization and present them in the very best light online to connect them in a way that's really meaningful to their donors, their constituents, and their supporters, and as well as their community too. So we really look forward to serving you in any way that we can. It's always great to find a company that knows exactly what they're doing when it comes to pulling your nonprofit together into a cohesive presentation and connecting with your community and the world at large. Hope you're having a great day.